All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to this week's Ken Reeves Memorial Weather Briefing. It is September 26th. This week, pleased to welcome in a good friend of mine, Meteorologist Hunter Donahoe, out from Denison, Texas. Hunter, take it away.
Well, thanks, Alpha. Hi, everyone. It's great to be back. I know all of you, so I really don't need to be formal. But yeah, I'm excited to do this weather briefing for you today. And just a little about me, as you all may have already known. I graduated last semester. These are just a couple of pictures of what I did. So I was a tower worker. I was on Weather World. So yeah, it was just a lot of fun to do everything over the course of my 4 years here. And I moved down to Sherman, Texas in June. I got there June 7th, and I've already had a lot of fun with the people there. In the bottom left, that's Molly. She's our weekend anchor, so we're like the tag team kind of thing for the weekend. But yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. I'm just gonna show you how it's been over the last couple of months. But if you don't know where Sherman is, it's right there. It's like an hour 15 from downtown Dallas, right on the along the Red River, along with Oklahoma. So our DMA is called Texoma, Texas, Oklahoma. So yeah, and what I do for mine, it's like our DMA is cut out, so it's like Grayson County, very weird. It's just the one county in Texas, and then a lot of southeastern Oklahoma. So that's what I forecast for. But why did I do that? Oh well. So we're gonna go through a little backstory. June 2022. So we're backing up here. There's my dog Bubba, 16 years old. We just backed up the U-Haul straight up to the front door, loaded everything up, and I had a nice sunset on my last day before we took off in the early morning time frame of the next day. And over the course of the last 3 days, or the next 3 days, we would go right around 1,400 miles throughout from Jefferson, where I live, down to Sherman. Made a little pit stop in Louisville. They have good bourbon. Do recommend if you go down there. But all in all, around 23 hours, it was brutal. Very brutal to go that far and just in a car for that long. Your shoulders start to hurt forever.
Did you cross into PA at all on your journey?
No. You stay on 68, and there's like that 2 mile, or like a mile thing, and where Maryland's the thinnest.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, went through. West Virginia mountains are terrible. They kill your gas mileage. So, that's true. Yeah. And this was at the height of the gas boom when everything was like $4.80 something. So it was like $500 of gas, straight up. But yeah, that's why they give you a moving budget. So I made it down, found out some very good barbecue. It's amazing. Highly recommend. And then we just made some really good friends over the course of the last 4 months. And this was the day. This was the day that we broke our 59-day stretch of seeing no rainfall. It was tied for the longest dry stretch on record in Sherman. So I was very upset that we didn't beat the record, as you can tell right there. That was on the midday show. And I didn't even know I did that. Apparently Amber found it. So yeah, just all in all, very good people down there. We like to have a lot of fun on the weekends and during the weekdays. On the right, that's Dave Potter. He's our one and only photographer. He's been at K10 for like 45 years now. Veteran in the field. And yeah, the weekend crew's on the left. Me, Molly, in the heart, and Noah. He's one of production. And there's just another picture. Kinsey is in the middle there. She's our sports anchor, sports reporter, whatever you want to call her, and then Preston's beside her. So yeah, that's the weekend crew there. And we also have very nice sunsets. I think this was when I was coming back from your house, Carol, probably one of the days. But yeah, it was really pretty. And on the bottom right, the sun just hits all the clouds when we had some storms earlier in the summer. But yeah, it's just really pretty to see the sunsets down there. But over the course of the last couple of months, I've gone up to Norman, unfortunately. Sorry, Marissa. I went to their weather building there. It's where the SPC and the NWS Norman office is. They're right beside each other. And they have media workshops. So they just invite all the broadcasters from like Southeast Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City metro area. And we all just go and we learn how we can be a better communication, keep communication flowing between the NWS and the broadcasters. So we have like a well-oiled machine. We can talk very easily. and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun. And also, if you've watched Twister, you know, there's Dorothy. I got to see Dorothy and all that. So it's been pretty cool. And finally, everyone's been asking, where is Hunter? And I'm finally here to do this weather briefing for you. So I'm very excited. So we'll start out by doing this day in history kind of thing for weather. So can anyone guess what this city is by any chance?
Denver.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's Denver. Congrats. You get a donut, unless they're already gone. Yeah, they're gone. So on this date was the start of the heaviest snowfall ever recorded in the city in September, and it was the earliest snowfall on record as well. So 2 records in one there. Over the course of the next 3 days, they would get 16.5 inches in downtown Denver, just over 21 inches at the airport. It was the greatest 24-hour snowfall recorded in the month of September. They got 15 inches from 6 p.m. the 27th to 6 p.m. the 28th. This was back in 1936, so a little bit longer ago, but yeah, still that holds the record to this day. And we'll look at records here from this beautiful building we call home. Records, they're taken right up there on the roof. Average high and low for the day today, 68 for a high, average low 50. So pretty much feels just about average for the day today. Record high 90 in 1900, 31 for a low in 1943. Record precip was just about 2 inches in 1975, right when this ugly building was being constructed. And okay, so we saw some pretty good storms yesterday. This was a picture I took out at the Heights. It's in Ferguson Township. You see the shelf cloud coming in. Very beautiful, and here's just, oh, this is going to take forever. But, did it not? Okay, we're just going to wait. So we had some scattering of rain, storms here. Then we eventually got this line that built right along the Allegheny front that allowed it to form into a line, and then it came right over our neck of the woods here in State College. We only got around 0.15 of an inch of rain, I believe. So it wasn't a lot, but still, it's been, as I talked to Bill earlier today, you guys have had gradual little bits of precipitation. It's allowed you to keep out of drought, but fortunately for us, we are in a significant drought. Not here, but you see you have abnormally dry conditions here, but let me go down here. Yeah, so we're in a pretty heavy drought. We've been in it ever since I got down there. June 7th, I got down, and that was the last rain that we saw for the whole entire summer. So we went, as I said, 59 days without any rain. We went from no drought to exceptional drought in a matter of 8 weeks. So it was a fast drought, very fast. So yeah, and we're still in one. So it's not been the best. Leaves are changing here, they're changing down there. That's because everything is dead. So, so yeah, currents for right now, around 62 degrees on top of the roof here at Walker. It's not that bad out there, a little west wind, about 11 miles per hour across the entire state. Kind of a contrast here up towards the northwest, only into the low 50s around Erie, but down in towards the southeast, upwards of, I don't know if this is right, but 77 on I-95, I doubt that's right. But yeah, into the 70s down towards Philadelphia, so bit of a contrast here. And up towards the northwest, they're pretty chilly because we are still in this trough here, bringing some clouds down from along the Great Lakes and into Pennsylvania, and it's bringing some lake effect rain showers as well. You can see this loop here, some training thunderstorms, or not, I don't know if they're thunderstorms, just heavy rain over the lake and coming into far, northwestern Ohio and into Erie right now. So yeah, they're dealing with some rain. Don't know if we'll see any rain today, probably not, but we do have some chances to see some rain for the game this coming weekend, so we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, here's this trough that we've been experiencing, I think, for the better part of the last couple of days. And it's going to continue to sit over here for pretty much the next couple of days, maybe into Wednesday and Thursday. That's when we have some high pressure starting to build in here. And then, yeah, we're going to be seeing some rain as we head towards the weekend. That's all thanks to, you can see along the Gulf Coast, into Florida. As we all know, it's Hurricane Ian right now, and we'll just play it out here. It comes up towards the Florida coast to Tampa Bay. And it'll pretty much just sit there. That's the real concern here. It will just plop there and really not move.
Done did it.
By any means, but then it'll eventually start drifting away. But yeah, Tampa Bay is going to be dealing with quite a bit of storm surge. Sorry, Tampa Bay. Maybe upwards of 5 to 10 feet. This has already been upped from earlier this morning. They were sitting around 4 to 7, maybe 5 to 8. It could go even higher if this storm just continues to sit there. It's going to be pumping in all that water into the bay. Maybe upwards of a foot. Well, yeah, we'll have to see just what happens there. They've already started to. That's a stupid ad. Sorry. But yeah, they're already having some evacuations. Manatee County has already ordered some evacuations well ahead of the storm. Likely no high school football. Okay. But yeah, so that's something to keep an eye on as we head throughout the next couple of days. Ian, here's some spaghetti models here. Pretty much all of them are going into the Big Bend of Florida, maybe along the west coast. It's kind of reminiscent. I remember when Matthew came through. That storm hit along the Big Bend, if I remember correctly, as well. But yeah, thankfully that area now has some new building codes, so hopefully they built stronger and they'll be able to ride out this storm a lot better than when Matthew came through. Category-wise, in terms of strength, could get up to a Cat 4, maybe, but I think the Hurricane Center right now has it as a Cat 3 at its strongest, if I remember correctly. Here's the forecast cone. You can see just, the separation here between the 2 hours, 8 p.m. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Wednesday. You see that separation there, but then right when it gets close to Bay, I'm going to stop. When it goes close to Tampa Bay, you see that difference in between those 12 hours. It's not much. So that's just something to worry about, especially down there as they deal with some pretty intense storm surge over the course of the next 7 or 10 days or so. So let's see here. In terms of rainfall for this hurricane, Florida, State, Florida. Thank you. So we'll start it on Tuesday, and as Ian makes its way onto Florida, it's going to be quite a bit of rainfall. This is what the 0Z Euro has potentially over 10 inches. I know this is just one model run, and we're still a little bit of a ways out, but yeah, they could be dealing with quite a bit of rain in Florida. For us, Pennsylvania starts with a P. Oh no, let me zoom out. So pretty much the whole entire East Coast is going to be dealing with quite a bit of rainfall. For us, I don't know yet. I know the Euro has something, the GFS doesn't have that much, but still, come on, load. It's still up in the air at the moment. We are under 7 days out, but still something to keep an eye on as we head in towards close to as Penn State takes on Northwestern here on Saturday. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Does anyone else want anything else related to weather that they want to have discussed?
What's happening here the next 2 days?
The next 2 days? Let's go. So we're going to stay pretty chilly over the next couple of days as this trough continues to sit over our region. Let's see if we can, weather bell, work for me please. Rainfall, in terms of rainfall, no, Pennsylvania. No. So we're going to keep on continuing with these lake effect rain chances. Let me go to high res. Lake effect rain chances for the day today. I don't know if we'll see anything here, but especially up towards the northwestern plateau, that's where we're going to be continuing to see those chances of rain throughout the night tonight, maybe into the day tomorrow, as well as this trough this low pressure continues on bringing around this moisture from the Great Lakes. Let me go a little bit far out. So we'll continue with that throughout the day tomorrow, maybe into the day on Wednesday too. We could be seeing some chances for rain. Looks like you're going to have a little bit of rain clouds on your forecast for today, Marissa, for Weather World. But yeah, in terms of cloud cover, I guess we can look at cloud cover. Let's see here. So yeah, clouds continue. I guess they're going to kind of get blocked by the Allegheny front, but maybe they'll cross over as we head into the day on Tuesday. Maybe some overspreading clouds throughout Tuesday into Wednesday, potentially that as well. So maybe pretty cloudy period, mostly cloudy period for your next couple of days here. I know down in Texas it's just going to still be sunny and hot. Well, I think we were at 99, 99, 98 over the last 3 days in terms of high temperatures. So I'm very happy to be here where it's a lot better. But yeah, that low pressure is just going to keep on sitting over here. It's really, I think it's a closed low right now, but it's not really going to be moving at all, maybe over the next couple of days, still bringing us these chances for clouds. But yeah, you can see there's high pressure out towards the west as well. That's where there's really no weather happening. Let me, Euro 500, please. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to continue with this ridge out towards the west, although it doesn't really affect us here, but we could be seeing that ridge come into our area by the time we get to Friday into Saturday. But yeah, still that chance for the rain as Ian makes its way up towards the east coast, or along the east coast, up into Pennsylvania. By the time we get to the weekend, and into next week as well. There could be, this has a trough coming in by the time we get to Thursday next week, but I don't know if that's a little too far out. But yeah, something to keep an eye on as Ian keeps on tracking towards Florida. Florida's going to have a rough go, I think, over the next couple of days. But yeah, that's not much to talk about, honestly. Just got Ian, a little bit cooler here. Ridge out towards the west, keeping Texas and Oklahoma hot, unfortunately for me. Yeah. Any questions?
After moving so far away from home and after forecasting in both places, what are some of the differences you notice between moving somewhere new, different topography, stuff like that?
So forecasting in a new place like Texoma for me, obviously now I really can't take into account. All right. I can't take into account terrain. Like it's flat. So, and honestly, over the course of the summer, I really haven't been forecasting anything. It's just been the heat, because we haven't had really any storms or anything over the course of the last 3-4 months. But I'm sure as we get closer to second severe season and the spring and the winter, things will start picking up. But other than that, it was pretty easy for me to start getting used to forecasting for Texoma. Yeah.
Are you nervous for severe weather season?
So, fun fact. My K10 has it's called a blackout period, where from, I think it's March 15th to June 15th. There's 3-month period in spring that you cannot take any days off because they need you for a severe season. So that's something to take into account, I guess, if you're going to be going to Texas or something out in Tornado Alley or anything like that. Yeah. It's going to be rough, I think.
Isn't that like when you started?
What?
Like at the very end of that period? I think it's when you started. Right?
June 15th.
You started on the last
I
day.
started June 13th.
So it's going to be like you're going to be 9 months in and not have experienced it yet. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I knew it.
For all those watching at home, Kevin,
Anything else? Yeah, Bill.
What's the high in the Texoma area going to be?
The next couple of days? Let me figure it out. Oh, I guess I could have told you the temperatures for the next couple of days here.
Yeah, both places.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let's go to the meteorograms here. Not JFK. Let's do ensemble. Pretty below average, to be honest. 5-10 degrees below average as we head in towards the weekend. Could be, I don't know if we'll warm up, but I guess high pressure will make us warm up here. And then, yeah, still have to deal with the rain. So that's a good look, good second guess, or a good first guess of what we're going to be seeing over the course of this week. For Sherman, God, what's my airport code? KDM. Not bad. Wow,
You're missing out.
70s?
You're missing
What is
out.
this? I'll be flying back Tuesday, so it won't be that bad. Upper 80s, mid 80s. I like that. I wish I could go way back. You could see how bad the media grants were. It was like hundreds all the way through. But that looks, wow. This is when you know it's bad, when I'm excited for mid 80s. When mid 80s here would be atrocious this time of year. So yeah. No more questions? I know there's a lot of broadcasters in here,
Yeah.
so.
What's the longest day you've worked so far?
13 hours.
What for?
I just decided I wanted to. Because I needed money. So I was like, you know what? Let me just pull a 13-hour shift. Mainly because we did have some chances for storms. Like my shift, I guess you could tell you about my shift. My normal shifts are 2 to 11 p.m. on the weekends. Not that bad. I decided to get, what?
Your afternoon.
Yeah, on the weekends. We don't have a weekend morning show. It's pre-recorded the day before. So I decided to go in that day because we had like this flash flooding threat because we were so dry and we were forecasted to get like 2 inches of rain. Never happened. But I went into like 10 and I was like, you know what? I'll just decide to do a 13-hour shift. So yeah. I'm sure that'll be more common as severe season starts. We're going to be pulling a lot of overtime. But it is. This is probably the most informal weather briefing here this year.
I like it.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Have you done any journalism stuff? Or is it been
Like packages?
Yeah.
No. So my what's the word? Position, job is full-time meteorologist. So I don't have to worry about MMJ or anything. That's becoming more, I'm sure you know, that it's becoming more and more like they're starting to have full-time jobs for meteorology. So the industry looks like it's changing, which is very good. Because I know we come here, some of us, majority of us, all of us, are out of state. Are you in Pennsylvania?
I'm
Okay. Everyone but one. Ruined my plan here. But, you know, we spend, as we all know, we spend like $200K to come here. And to go 4 years to go through that and not have a full-time job in meteorology kind of sucks. So the industry changing now is really good for us to have this job. I was very lucky. Like all of my, it's true. All of my offers, except for this one, were half and half, Meteo, MMJ. So this one was very nice to have full-time stuff.
Wex.
Wex. Yeah.